A very quick intro to this video. Guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at this screen and wondering what the hell is going on, I urge you to stay on. This is BTC Gambler, and today I'm going to be teaching you a whole new level of gambling. There is literally nothing else like this out there. This video has evolved. It was initially supposed to be a short video demonstrating a new strategy on my system here called Alphaverse. So this video will be broken down into 3 sections. A percentage of my audience will already know what this is all about, and you can completely skip this. You can skip to the next section because it talks about a new strategy that I've been working on, and this video is to complement that strategy. And then we're going to have a whole bunch of audience out there that haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. And I suggest you skip to the 3rd section because that explains it in more detail. And then you may want to come back and watch the beginning of it. But before I start, I just want to announce that I've made some changes to my Discord server. My Discord is free. You can come and join it. It will be in the pinned comment. You can come along and join us. And it's here that you're going to find a bunch of like-minded people. Gambling in ways that are so unique that most casinos haven't even thought about this. So if you're new here, and even if you're not, and you're non-VIP member in my Discord, you will find, as of from today, there are whole sections opened up that were hidden to VIP members only. So the majority spoke, and you see all these extra channels now, including Alphaverse, which is the system you looked at just now. And the latter part of this video is going to cover that as well. So I think that's the strength. I see myself as the coordinator here. I'm brain draining. I'm collecting as much talent as I possibly can into my Discord server. Because I see our role it's us versus the casino. It's the players. This is a community for the players. So I urge you to come along and join it. You don't have to be a VIP member now to gain access to what was previously VIP channels. So like I said, if you was a non-VIP and you're watching this video, go back and check Discord because you'll find all these channels are now open to you. I still have hidden some channels to just VIP members only because I deem it to be a little bit too sensitive. They're VIP members. There are additional channels including voice channels, and the very important tutorials channel is open to VIP members. It is completely free. And the reason I have a VIP section is simply to stop the highly repetitive basic questions being repeated over and over again. So in order to become a VIP, you have to open up a ticket and to request to become a VIP, and you'll be presented 8 questions. And those 8 questions, if you pass them, will tell me that you've got enough knowledge to come and join and become a VIP member. It's simply there to prevent a highly repetitive scenario where the same questions are asked over and over again. There's just an expected level of knowledge. No money. I'm not asking for any money. It's just to protect the sanity of all the smart people in this channel. I hope that makes sense. Right, the next part of this video, I'm going to be discussing a new strategy. And I'll see you very soon. Very quick video, guys. So this video is in complement to the strategy that I'm posting here. And I'm calling it Infinity Code Dual Game version 0.4. But actually I may well rename it because I'm going to call this code the holding code. What is the holding code? So this is a bit like me sometimes. If you're undecided what to run on Alphaverse, but you want to run something, I suggest this code here. Now it's called Infinity Code version 0.4, but probably, actually will be, by the time this video is ended, I will literally call this the holding code. Let me show you it. It's running here at the moment, and it's been running now for almost 1 day because I wanted to show the stats on this. So it's made literally no money. It's a wagering strategy. It's not designed to win. It's not designed to lose. And as I said before, I keep hunting for strategies that can wager $1,000 per week. And I find myself getting diverged into pretty much the wrong area and then forgetting all the good work I did in the past. And it was in conversation with Jim Wash here. He said to me, what about Infinity Code? You know, and it really got me thinking, that was really good until it wasn't. And one of the things he said to me is, why don't you just put a stop loss limit into that? And I was like, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. So I went back and rethought the Infinity Code, and I've got this new version here, which by the time you see this will be called the holding code. And it'll be version 0.1 because it's still beta. And I do recommend you play around with this. Let me bring that up and I'll show you. So this is going to be renamed. So it's a dual game. It's using a combination of dice and it's using Dragon Tower as recovery phase. And as we look for the code, before we look at it, so the basics of this, we only needed to start balance of 10 TRX. And we're going to have a very tiny recovery pot of 80, which would cover like 95%, 99% of the crashes. And then I have a secondary recovery pot of around about 3,000 TRX. And that's probably about the maximum limit. If you feel you don't want to risk that much, 800 I would say with the absolute minimum. But what it's doing, it's betting at 99% win chance on dice. And as we can see here, it's not on the stage 1. It's a 3-stage piece of code. Stage 1 is betting at 99% dice on the base bet. And the base bet with a 10 TRX start balance would be your start balance divided by 5,200. So if you wanted to wager more, you can increase the start balance. And obviously the way you increase the start balance would be in the client config. You just set the recovery threshold to whatever you want your start balance to be. So based on a 10 TRX start balance, this will be our base bet, 0.00192, which is more than enough to wager $1,000 a week at full run. And we can see that here, 24 hours running, on average per account, it's about 600 TRX per account. And 600 TRX is going to take us around about 4,200. And 4,200 TRX is way over $1,000. It's probably about $1,200. So like I said, this is my holding code. So 3 stages. First stage, dice 99% win chance. Second stage, Dragon Tower hard mode, 50-50 win chance, going in quite aggressively. And the third stage is just a cleansing phase to clear down the previous bet, which does a 0 bet and 99% win chance until it reaches a win, and then it comes back out. And we can see in the code here, on stage 1, it's just flat betting at 99% win chance. Yeah, and it keeps checking, and if the balance goes below, switch to stage 2, which I'll show you in a moment, it will switch to stage 2. And it will stay pretty much 99% of its time in stage 1, just purely wagering. Stage 2 goes in with an aggressive delayed martingale, so it's basically hunting for 5 losses in a row. And when it hits the 5th loss, the 6th bet will be 11 times the base bet. And it doubles down from that point onwards. Okay, and as soon as profit is greater than the base bet, it switches back to stage 1. Now stage 3 is where it basically says I'm going to do one bet. Well, I'm going to do 0 betting at 99% win chance until I hit 1 win, and then it goes back to stage 2. So it's a cleansing stage. That was needed because there's a probability that it could carry over the previous bet, could be quite a large bet amount. The way the mechanics of the game works, it starts off at stage 2, it makes sufficient profit, goes into stage 1, stays there 99% of the time. When the profit goes down low, it goes to stage 3. Stage 3 does a 0 betting at 99% win chance till it gets 1 win, and then it goes into stage 2. And the cycle just keeps repeating over and over again. Hence why it was called Infinity Code. The points where it switches over between no longer needs a variable where we need to specify which stage. We simply be going by the balance. And here it switches to stage 2 if the balance is less than the start balance minus the base bet. So basically 0. So you're going back to 0. And once it's in stage 2, the switchover point from stage 2 back into stage 1 is simply if the profit is greater than the base bet, and it goes back to stage 1. And like I say, this is what I call the holding code, and that's what it's going to be called by the time you see this video. Yeah, and I just leave that running. Okay, if you want to know what that actually means in real life, I'm going to show you. So we're going to collect the weekly, this week's weekly. Okay, so this is just playing not to win, not to lose, just to wager, collecting VIP perks. So I have a little bit of a neat way of doing that. I'm going to show you here. I'm just going to collect these and you can watch. And what I've done, I've just paused everything. I'll reset the profit so it's 0. And I've written these scripts that basically go through each of the accounts and it collects the weekly. So you can watch this and I'll bring you back. Okay, that's done. So it's time for the big reveal. How much did that make me? Not bad, guys. $1,880 or 7,285 TRX. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drain this down now because I've got too much money in play. Let me drain this down and I will bring you back. Okay, we're done. I've drained down all of the balances into this one account. What I'm going to do, I'm going to reset the profit to 0 and I'm going to reset this. I transferred 1,600 to this one account here because that's all I'm willing to gamble. And this here is the amount that I've taken out this week, just using this method, just collecting the bonuses. So I'm going to move that. Well, I've just told that to tip to another account, and whatever comes out here will be how much money I've made this week, just playing this strategy. There we go. So this week I've made $4,048. Not bad going. I think this is akin to like mining crypto. So now we've got this here, we may as well just kick this back off. So if you're new to this type of gambling, please, and you're interested and you want to find out more, come along and find me. You'll find me in the pinned description, you'll find me in Discord, you'll find like-minded people in Discord as well. I don't think there's anything like this out there. It's unique. I'm going to take that as profit. I'm going to leave this running. And I hope you found this video useful. And like I say, if you want to find out more, you will know where to find me. And I'll speak to you all again very, very soon.